I tell y'all every single day since I started making my Black People This Is Why body cam masterclass videos that Black people have a very, very, very low emotional IQ. Low to the point where it's almost childlike. As a matter of fact, it is childlike. It is childlike. And this video that I'm about to play is going to prove that. You know, I tell Black people daily, or I ain't gonna say I tell them daily in person, but I tell them daily in person sometime when I have the opportunity, but I tell them on my channel, you know, I wake up every morning, and whatever my calendar, my agenda say, my itinerary, I get it done. I move where I gotta go with a purpose. So I tell them, move in this world, everywhere you go, what you doing with a purpose. And when you move with a purpose, and whatever that purpose is for you, you're not gonna worry about things like this. Right? Now, I don't care about no white person calling me the N-word. Because magically, I never find myself in those situations. Somehow, some way. At 37 years old, I never seem to find myself in these situations. But if I ever was to find myself in a situation like this, because I'm moving with a purpose, I'm gonna kick that dust off my feet. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me that some guy, I don't know him, don't know what he about, calling me the N-word. But let's just address this though. We all know, again, this is why I start releasing the body cam video. This is the main reason why. Because what people do is they'll release a sound bite. And again, as for mentioned in the beginning of this video, Black people have very low emotional IQs, like children. So they don't have the critical thing, not all, but most, they don't have the critical thinking skills to say, well, maybe what happened? What caused this? And I already know, I hear y'all. It's nothing that should cause him to do that. Listen, let's be honest about it. And Black people know this if nobody knows this. When you get into a verbal altercation with someone, let me say it again. When you get into a verbal altercation with someone, don't you say things to hurt them and upset them? Isn't that what people do? Isn't that what anybody does? Anytime you get into a verbal altercation with somebody, whether it be on Facebook or in person, you say things to hurt them and or upset them. And Black people, y'all know this all too well. Y'all on the social media all day long calling white people all kind of names. They throw it off their shoulder because, again, the majority of white people are in this world moving with a purpose they got going on. They don't have time to come to an internet and record no Black woman or no Black man who was angry with them for whatever reason, calling them a cracker, calling them this, calling them whites, all this white supremacy. They don't have time for that because they moving. They making it happen. They emotional IQ are not like Black people. Nobody emotional IQ is like Black people. It's in the ground. You know how many people woke up this morning? I'm gonna play the video, but you know how many people woke up this morning or whatever time, which I'm gonna read the comment section. We're gonna get to the comment section in a minute. Whenever this was posted by a local influencer, don't you know how many people that this ruined? Grown people, not children. We're not talking about, it's not high school we talking about. Grown people allow some random white man to ruin their day. I seen this and I would have kept scrolling, but when I seen who posted the influence, I love her content. So I just, peeked at it and seen what it was about. But it's nothing to me because I understand that anybody, when they get into somebody, they getting into it with somebody, they're going to hurl insults to hurt them or upset them or both. Now, nobody's going to show, I want to see the whole video because this man, they did research on this man and everything. This man runs a business. Remember what I said, white people making this happen. Black people got businesses too. We're not going to get off into that. But this man runs a business. He also has a criminal record. So for him to act this way, right, put his business at risk by him having a criminal record, had a police called on him for disturbing the peace. For him to act this way to the point where he told somebody, come outside. If you believe that he did this for nothing, if you believe he reacted this way just because he's a racist white boy like that, you really not smart. And again, this is the average black person. This is the average black person. They have no critical thinking skills. They over emotion won't allow them to critically think anything. And the reason for this is because the black man is weak, man. I'm talking about the average black man is weak. And sometimes it's not his fault. I will say that sometimes it's not his fault. It's his father's fault for leaving him to be raised by his mother and her friends, his aunts, and his grandmother. So he's a man. He's a woman in a man body. Majority of black men are weak. They're women with penises. They're not gay. They're heterosexual. But they got all of the woman energy in them because that's all they know and that's all they was raised by. And this is also why black women, in most cases, can't have a peaceful relationship with these dudes. Because she don't understand why this dude always want to fight and why this dude always want to do this and do that like a female, because they don't understand they're dating a man who they raising right now. This also why homosexuality is up. This also why black women get killed by their men is up. Because an emotional, feminine, impulsive woman is normal. But an emotional, impulsive man can be very dangerous. An emotional, overly emotional, impulsive man that can't control his emotion can be very dangerous. And this is the average black man in America. This is the average black man in America. And because he's the head, right? Because he's weak and he's the head, in every community, the man is the head of that community. Because he's the head of the black community and he's weak, his woman is out of control. His children are out of control. And this is I'm speaking about most cases in the black community. And this is why we have the issue that we have in our community. Man, my cousin a lawyer. Man, I'm not talking about your cousin. We talking about the majority. I talk about the rule on this channel, not the exception. And the exception proves the rule. And you know another thing, I also speak about this a lot. And I'm gonna beat this horse till it ain't got no more bone. They always offended by something. These emotional, they're always offended about something. What would they need to be offended by? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to go read the comments of some of the people who commented. And you got people doing things from threatening this man to violence. You got everything from people threatening violence, people just upset. This ruined somebody's day. But over the last month in my hometown, somebody has been getting killed. A young black man has been getting killed at least every other week. They not upset about that. The average black child in my hometown is reading below grade average. They're not upset about that. There's a trapper that's poisoning their local community. Several of them. They're not upset about that. There's a trapper who has his eye on a 16-year-old girl in high school, and because she probably was raised without her father, all she's excited by is money. So she riding with him in the passenger side and doing all kind of crazy stuff. This is happening in the hood near you. And this is so big and popular that in the movie Belly, we seen DMX do it. All the trappers keep them a little high school chick, or a few of them. The black community is not upset about that. They know what's going on. Like I say, it's big. It's been going on. So big that was put in the movie Belly. Art imitates life. There's a trapper, several of them, who is breeding a young boy to be a trapper and go down the dark path that he on. Of never knowing when the police gonna come. Of never knowing when the jack boy gonna come. Of never knowing one of these females gonna set you up. They not upset about that. They not offended about that. All the stuff the black women lead the nation in abortion. They've killed the whole generation in the womb. They not upset about that. Black people commit 50% of violence in America, and they only 13% of the population. I understand that's per capita, but still, they not offended about that. But grown people are up in arms and offended and got their panties in a bunch because some white guy went in the store and called them the N-word. And again, we don't have no context. We don't know what the person did. The person holding the camera, we don't know what they did. We don't know what they did. But see, people with a brain, people that can think, people that's not overly emotional and have critical thinking skills, they say, well, before I comment or say anything about this video, can I see the whole thing? What happened? What started it? And I'm going to repeat this for the ones who going to say, nothing, no, they didn't deserve to be called that. Nothing called for nobody to be called the N-word. That's a lie. And we know that because every day you can go on any social media platform and you got black people who calling white people all kind of different names. When somebody is upset, when you get into a verbal altercation with somebody, what they're going to do, what you going to do that's listening to this is you're going to hurl insults to upset that person or hurt that person. That's what people do. So once this gentleman was upset, no, I'm not justifying it. I'm just telling you how it went. I'm telling you how to use your brain and not be a girl. That's what I'm telling you. Women are exempt. I'm not tripping off women. My woman got to be more mentally strong. But I'm just saying, I understand the woman. The woman is overly emotional. She's impulsive. This is the way she was wired. Words affect her. Words hurt her. Words affect her and hurt her in most cases more than physical violence. I've heard several women say, I'd rather somebody beat me than verbally abuse me. Them verbal abuse wounds don't always heal. So we understand that the woman is affected and hurt by words, but men not supposed to be like that. Right? So the comments from the women, I'm not even going to probably even read. When I finish my commentary, I play this video and I go to the comment section. But again, nobody's going to go in the comments and say, and even the people that may want to say it, they scared because they know as a black person how overly emotional black people are. So the black person might go off on them. Where's the whole video? What caused this? Because if you believe that this white man went into a business an establishment, one, him having a prior criminal history, meaning they could have called the cops on him and it might have wouldn't have turned well because he did threaten somebody by telling them to come outside. That's inviting violence. Him saying what he said, they can't do him nothing but trespass him if they want. They can't do nothing else. That's the freedom of speech. Calling somebody a derogatory racial slur is not illegal. Just in case y'all don't know. I know y'all don't know the law, but I'm just telling you. Now him telling the guy come outside, that's not even a threat, but that he can probably get some type of pressing charge on. But for the worst case scenario in this situation, all they can do is trespass him, tell him he can't come back. Right? That's all they can do. That's all they can do. And this dude run a business, but by him being a white man, a Caucasian man, the business that he run, 9 times out of 10, he don't deal with black people. Now, I'm not saying from a racial standpoint. I'm saying I'm sure most of his clients are white people. And it's not one white person that's going to stop doing business with him because he said the N-word to some black people in a heated exchange. So for the people who posting his business card, I just want to let you know you're helping this guy out. Just for the record. Right? $1 million phone, but I ain't got no ringtone. Excuse me. 1 second, guys. Right? So back to the commentary. I'm sorry for that. And so he run his own business. So, like I said, it could bring negative to his business, but I doubt it because, again, I'm sure he's not doing business. I'm not saying he don't do business with black people if they reach out to him. But for the most part, I'm sure his clients are white. So this is not going to affect his business. You sharing his business card. And I mean, it's nothing that can be done to this guy. It's nothing that can be done to this guy. But he did do something, though. And that's ruined a whole bunch of people today who is overly emotional because they have very low IQs. Now, let's play the video.
Nigger. Yeah, bye. Nigger. Bye. Yeah, nigger. Bye. You want to come on the east side? Have a good night. Bye. Outside, dog. Come outside. I'll eat your Have a good night.
White boy say, come outside, dog. The white boy say, come outside, dog. I'll clean your clock. Go ahead on, G White. Go ahead on. But yeah, though, man. So that's the video, man. Let's go to the comment section and see these emotional, illogical blacks who are always offended, but they never embarrassed by their community and what's going on in their community. But this is what pisses them off. A white man calling them the N-word. They grown ups. Let's go to the comment section. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Let's go to the comment section, man. Let's read some of these comments. Like I said, I really want to focus on the men. We understand the women. Okay. Not gonna really read any other. Now here we have Bridget Connor. And you know, Malcolm X warned us about the white liberal. The white liberal is the most disgusting the white liberal is supposed to be the most disgusting people on the earth. You know, they what they do is they play like they love the black person so much to the point where they'll go against their own for the black person. But they won't ever reach out their hand to actually help black people. Not saying that we need help because we don't. But I'm saying what they do is they play on the black man and the black woman emotions. Right? That's what they do. So you have Bridget O'Connor, which is a white woman. Let's go look at her page. She's white. And she's he what a piece of S. So as a white woman, you had no business speaking on this, but you speaking on it because you trying to kowtow. And they just so pathetic to me, man. I just, oh my God. And I'm sure you have another one, Trent. But I'm really looking for the black men. That's what I'm looking for. Several of the white liberals in the comments, you know, they, like I said, you know, they pathetic. I like this comment right here. Sharon Williams, just have to pray for him in Jesus' name. And that's what you do, man. That's what you do. Look. They went, this what they do. They do police work. They'll do this. They're turning the detectives to find out who this man is and share his information. But again, the people that's on this page, this is a local influencer, and majority of her followers, I'm sure, is black people. What you posting him for? What? Like, what was your reason for posting him? Okay, here's a black man. it's crazy. It's not crazy him saying it over and over. He just saying it with most of them been wanting to say. They just scared. Don't let them fool you. He's a black victim. It's so sad, man. How you know that's what they mostly say? And this is what I'm talking about. How the black community toe up. This is what most of them want to say. Do you look at the average black man when you walking up in the public and say he really want to kill another black man? That's what most of them want to do. And statistics say that. Statistics say that a black man, number one way can be killed is homicide by another black man. But they fooled him. He don't know that. He worrying about the white man. Grown man. It's a grown man we talking about. Let's go to another comment. Another black guy. We dealing with the black man, the head of the community. We dealing with the black man, the head of the community. So that way, whatever the head doing about it will follow. Another person posting the man information. Now here we got a white guy by the name of Matthew Vincent. Another white liberal. Pathetic. And the white liberal is also a female trapped in a man's body. Because he has no backbone. He's weak and he's defeated. So he's chosen to kowtow to a race of people that he's afraid to stand up to. And when I say stand up to, in this situation, as a white man, you know this a white man got gray hair in his face. So he know how the blacks can be when they get upset and all the racial slurs they'll say. And all the evil they'll do and say, it's all across social media all day. He know that, so he should have set this one out. But he had to make his voice heard so the black people can see him and be like, oh, he on out. In other words, he giving them a hug. Because that's really all of the liberal black one is a hug from the white man. They love to be affirmed by white people. The same one that you will hear on social media and everyone talking about white people this, white people that, they really sad. They really just got low self-esteem. They just really want that hug and that affirmation from white people. So, and people like this guy knows that. So he's just letting it, he just basically throwing his tick in the bucket to, hey, I'm white guilt. I'm on you guys' side. What a bozo. What a weak man. Let's see what this comment says. Long, so I want to read it. This is totally unacceptable. And the White House allowed more of this type of behavior and don't stop it, then it will get worse for everyone. Waffle House need to put up signs against harassing and threatening their employees, period. Again, let's go. Let's see what that looks like. Is a white person. Oh no, it's a black person. Now, just think about this. If you go do a compilation of Waffle House, majority of the time it's the workers attacking customers or attacking each other. I mean, put a sign on their door. They're going to put a sign on the door and say, don't call our employee's name. They don't have to do that. That's common sense. You don't disrespect the employee. Why would you want to disrespect somebody that's cooking your food? But majority of the time, the people who working in Waffle House is these black people with horrible customer service. And they don't know how to follow directions. And when you tell them about it, they get an attitude. And everybody knows this, but they not going to say it. But I will. This is so sad to have watched this a few times just to wrap my mind around a person being so disrespectful in public. Means he doesn't care if people know his opinion about us. And this just makes my heart hurt for him to look like he has a smile on his face while spewing hatred out the side of his neck. Make me want to vomit. Sir, you're having a bad day, or is this how you feel all the time? If so, I feel sorry for you because this type of hatred for others will devour your soul. But she will not make a post like this on her. She will, listen, this young lady will not say that when it comes to blacks. I just made a video on my YouTube channel, man. Black people need to shut up. Black people need to be shutting up. They shouldn't be saying anything. Look at y'all communities. If you name something bad to black people's at the top of the list, obesity, suicide. I mean, not suicide, probably is at this point because black people killing themselves just as much as I've never seen no black people doing it, but homicide, fatherless homes, everything bad, they at the top of it. Incarceration, crime. But none of that don't hurt her soul. None of that don't bother her. But a white man in the establishment using a racial slur just tears her to pieces and makes her want to vomit. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See, when you overly emotional, things that don't concern you will bother your spirit because you overly emotional. You have a low emotional IQ to process things and say, like, listen, this is not like what? Okay, he said the N-word. God bless him. Keep it moving. I don't have time out my day to worry and let my day be ruined or be upset to the point where I'm putting my hands on this guy, threatening this guy, just because he called somebody else an N-word. Right? If this young lady have a father, he the only person I would justify being upset, because that's his daughter, and his daughter upset from being called an N-word. She may feel afraid, because again, like I say, black, they have a very low emotional IQ, so these type things offset their whole day. So that's my daughter, that's my girlfriend, or that's my sister, or that's my mother. Yeah, I might have. Those are the people who have something to say. Those people are justified with saying something, because even though it's something so small, their loved one was affected by it. This is unacceptable. Who is he? Saying it over and over. But what's going on in your community? Let me see. I believe it's a black woman. What's going on in your community every day, the average black community, that is acceptable, right? It is, because you don't speak on it. Let's go see if she speak on things about the black community. I doubt it. This is what they like to post. They like this. But let's continue. Let's continue. You know one thing, when you go on their page, you can find some food and you can find some selfies. You know that you can find it on every black page. They ain't talking about nothing. They talking about food and selfies. But let's continue. They lead in obesity. But let's continue. They lead in terminal illness that's caused by the thing they put in their mouth. But let's continue. That's not an issue. They worrying about a white man saying the N-word. This is what's wrong with the world. Come on, guys. Show some respect for the human race. We are all God's children, no matter what race we are. This is ridiculous. Sorry anybody had to deal with this kind of behavior. Now let's go check out Renee's page. She's a white woman, white liberal. She's not going to post this comment in a comment section where white people are being attacked verbally by black people, physically by black people. She's not going to post this. She's not going to post this. She's not going to say anything. She's a coward. Wow. Just wow. I'm sorry y'all had to deal with him. I don't know who he is, but wow. Didn't know that there were people still like this. Man, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The world we inhabit, bro. There's some people in this world, man, that it'll blow your mind, bro. And some of these people, and the problem, the issue with this is some of these people, most of these people, they have careers. They're over something. Lord forbid they're over our children in schools. What do you mean? Wow, that's why I'm sorry you had to deal with this. You didn't know people like that exist. You must live under a rock. Let me go see something right quick. You must be an old lady live under a rock. I'm guessing. Because there's no way you're a young woman and you're on all social media platforms and you don't know people like this exist. It exists every day. You get it more from black people than anything. Give me a break. Now, I'm not going to take her serious. She said, I would have whipped his A, but I'm not going to speak on it. But I believe her. I believe that she would have possibly. Let's go to this woman's page, matter of fact. Let's see what she's a woman. Let's see what there's a child on her page, so I'm guessing that's a child. They all got children. All the black women got children, so you know she got children. So she would have whipped his butt. First of all, you're not going to whip a man, but let's just say you would have put your hand on him and he pressed charges. You'd have went to jail. He wouldn't have. You could have had him on video calling you the N-word and you putting your hands on him. He can't go to jail for saying that racial slur, but you can go to jail for assault. Now you got to bond out and go through that whole rigmarole all because of a name, like you in high school. This is a grown woman with children. Just showing you something. I didn't see in this comment section. It was a comment section that I seen, and it actually had men speaking about how they would have hurt this guy and things of that nature.
Be a fraud. They convicted a man. Turned out to be a fraud. General Flynn.
And I mean, I just wanted to make that video, man. And I'm gonna close out on it. But it's so funny to me, man. It's so funny to me that a guy like this, they have comment section because it was shared. Of course, you know, it was shared multiple times. I can't find all the maybe I can. Let me see.
Was a high.
Let me see. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Let's see here. 10 shares. Okay, so it's not showing who shared it. Losers will show who shared it, and they'll show what they comment was. But it's 10 shares, and I've seen other people share it. Of course, you know, this is the type of stuff they'll share. And try to go viral off of, and not talking about the young lady because she's a local influencer, so she just reports the news. Amazing young lady. God bless her because you know, when I'm out of town, our local news is not really all that, and she gonna give you everything. Tell you where to go eat at. Tell you if you ever going to Lake Charles area, which I doubt it, but if you is, follow her page, and she'll let you know what's going on, where the place to eat, what kind of events going on. But people are trying to share that content and screen record it, which they did, and they'll try to go viral off it. But they took it down because I guess he's saying the N-word or people reported it or whatever. But they actually took it down. You know, that's probably pretty much the end of this video. I just wanted to speak on this real quick and just show you how the black man is weak. And because he weak, his woman weak, and his children out of control. He's not leading his community in the point of telling them, listen, let's be adults and not children. Because like I say, they actually had comments of dudes threatening this man's violence, saying that if they would have been there, they'd have did this and they'd have did that. And it's like, really? So you gonna put your hands on a person because they call somebody else a name? You gonna put your hand on somebody and because they call somebody else a name? A name. Now you gotta go to jail. Or worst case scenario, the white boy packing and he kill you. Now your people gotta bury you. Half of you Negroes don't have life insurance, so that's another problem. All because somebody said a name, like you in high school or something. Y'all need to have that same energy, and this is my overall message. Y'all need to have that same energy at the issues that plague your community every single day. Y'all had that same energy that y'all have toward a white man calling y'all the N-word or any type of racist slur toward the issues and the plague that's dealing with that y'all face in y'all community every single day. The black people, man, they might be at the top of the totem pole. I mean, they might be at the top of everything. They probably be number one in everything if they put that energy in trying to figure out why these children are so violent, why these children are so angry, why there's so many single mother homes, why y'all lead in terminal illness, why y'all abort y'all children at a higher rate than anybody else, why y'all so obese. Maybe y'all figure out some answers for some of those problems, which would actually help y'all if y'all put that same energy into those things as you put into worrying about a white man, a random calling you the N-word. I'm out of here, man. Thank y'all for listening.